Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're immersing ourselves in the philosophy of someone quite remarkable, Kato Lam.
Right. She was this Hungarian polyglot, knew, 17 languages?
17. And get this, the world's first female simultaneous interpreter. Pretty amazing.
Absolutely. And our goal today, our mission, is to kind of unpack her approach to learning.
Yeah, especially how it applies to you learning English, when you feel maybe a bit stuck or overwhelmed.
And what's really great about Lam is how she just takes the pressure off completely.
Mm-hmm.
Her whole view, you can almost boil it down to this one powerful quote.
Which is?
We should learn languages because language is the only thing worth knowing, even poorly.
Even poorly. Wow. Okay, that hits differently, doesn't it?
It really does.
Because it sort of gives you permission, right? Permission to just start and make mistakes.
Exactly. Permission to be imperfect.
But, okay, I have to push back a little. For someone just starting out, maybe like our listener, isn't there a risk? Like if you ignore structure completely, won't you just learn bad habits?
That's a fair question, definitely.
Oh.
But look at her background. She learned English back in the 1930s. Not for fun, but because she had to.
Right. She'd studied physics and chemistry, but then...
Then the job market just collapsed. So she pivoted. Hard time. She didn't have the luxury, of sitting in a class aiming for perfect grammar.
She needed it to work now.
Precisely. And she figured out, maybe intuitively, that this obsession with perfection, this fear of making a mistake, that's actually the enemy, the biggest roadblock to actually learning.
So she wasn't waiting around to feel ready. She just jumped in.
Dove right in. Didn't start with a grammar book. Nope.
What did she do then?
Went to the library, grabbed English novels that looked interesting to her, and basically taught herself. In months.
Just by reading. How does that even work?
Well, her method was simple but quite clever. Read. Try to guess the meaning from the story, the context. And this is key. Don't stop every time you hit a word you don't know. Keep going if you get the gist of the story.
Right. Keep the flow. Okay, let's dig into that a bit because that's where it gets really interesting for someone learning today. How did she make words stick without, flashcards and endless drills?
Yeah, she had a strong opinion on that.
Yeah.
She felt that kind of mechanical, boring repetition is, quote, tasteless and quickly forgotten.
Huh. I think many people can relate to that feeling.
Definitely. Instead, she focused on enjoyment, emotion. Think about it. You encounter a new word or phrase inside a scene that's funny or maybe dramatic or just really fascinating.
Okay.
That context, that feeling, gives the word weight. It's something called episodic memory. Your memory links the word to that specific moment, that feeling.
So it's not just a definition on a page. It's tied to an experience.
Exactly. That's why it sticks deep down. Totally different from just memorizing a list, which feels, impersonal.
That makes so much sense. So the practical advice for you listening is pretty clear then, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Stop forcing yourself through boring materials just because you think you should. Find stuff you genuinely enjoy.
Yes. Movies you love, interviews with musicians you follow, maybe a simple story or a graded reader that catches your interest.
Enjoyment isn't just a bonus. It's like the fuel. It makes the learning actually last.
And this connects to a bigger life lesson from her too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's never too late.
Oh, yeah.
People often worry, my brain's too old to learn a language. But Lam, she started learning Hebrew when she was 79.
79. Wow. Okay, that demolishes that excuse.
Right. Adults actually have advantages. We have life experience. We can manage our own time better. We usually know why we're learning.
So true. So it's never too late, and also maybe never too fast. Don't rush it.
Absolutely. Her advice was always about sustainability.
Mm-hmm.
Small steps, consistent, enjoyable, every single day.
It's just 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, not forcing yourself into 2 miserable hours of study.
Exactly that, because that just leads to burnout. We need to treat learning and really any big goal in life with a bit of kindness, patience.
Be kind to yourself. That seems to be the core message, yeah.
Fundamentally, yes. And understand that mistakes aren't. They're not failures. They're just part of the process, necessary steps, actually.
The moment you're willing to try, willing to speak or use the language, even if it's poorly.
That's when the real improvement starts, instantly.
So, wrapping this up, what does this mean for you listening right now? Here's a thought to take away.
Mm-hmm.
If you stopped waiting to be perfect, stopped waiting until you felt ready, what challenge in your life? Could be English, could be something else entirely. What would you start tackling today, even poorly?
That's a powerful question. Because starting imperfectly is where progress lives.
Just remember her words. Maybe we should say it again.
We should learn languages because language is the only thing worth knowing even poorly.
Couldn't say it better myself.